Okay, so you can see my screen now. So what I've got here is, if you look carefully at the top in Safari, I've got this tradingview.com. So those of you who have your laptop, you can go to Google and type in tradingview.com. You see, and then when you type in tradingview.com and you go in, it gives you this page. It says plans for every level. It gives you this page, right? So this page, you then would come down, you just ignore all these and then scroll down, you say, and you see try free basic, yeah. So you click on try free basic and then it will ask you to put in your email. I'm going to try use one of my emails and then use that to set up. I'll create a password. Create my own password. I'll create a password. And then take another robot, say cycle. You click on the says crossroads. Verify. Well, username, so I'll use and the key and create that. Oh, username and Mickey 1 2 3. Oh, let's do Mickey 1 2. Just going to do this again. Stairs. Verify. Great. Username, you will only be available to change this public username. This username is already taken. Okay. Let's do it. So you need a unique username, I think. Votes. I'm trying to find a username that has not been taken. That is the problem. Okay, so now I have a username. And then so once you've done that, it tells you that your account is not activated yet. Please verify your email. So you have to go into your email. Yeah. So when you go into your email, which is, and then I'm coming to show you what I see in my email. So I'm going into my email to go and see. I'll share that with you guys in a minute. So then I'll share the screen with you to see what's sitting in my email. And then you go and approve it. Share that. So the email that I use, you can see that Tradingview say confirm your email address. So I'll go in and then I've seen my name there and it says activate. So you activate. When you activate, it's asking for your first name. I'll put my first name in it. So put my last name in it. Sorry. And then I like to opt out from marketing. And then you continue. Then you get to when you've done that, then you go straight into charts. Right? That is what we want to do. All right. So I'm going to stop this recording. Once this is going to be the steps you would take to set up your TradingView on your account. I would wish for everybody to have TradingView so that we can continue. I would so wish. Anyway, anyhow, as I'm recording, I'm possibly going to continue recording, and then I'll demonstrate the TradingView charts. And then once I've done that, we might not be on this call for long. So then everybody would have to set up a TradingView account. Once you've set up a TradingView account, and we're sending you videos on how to navigate your way around TradingView, it becomes easy because in TradingView, that is where we will do all the analysis before we go to the other platforms where we do the trading. So now we have TradingView. Let's say you set it up the way we said you should, and then you have TradingView. Normally, we'll take you through the panel, but in TradingView, normally we are teaching you how to go to the panel. We started from the top here. When you click on these three buttons, you see a name. Normally, you can give yourself a name, and then we have auto save on. This is like the main the settings, and then normally I'll set my chart to dark color theme. This is my name that I just created. It helps enter what's new. If you want to read those things, can go. And this is the dark color theme that I normally would set my chart. So when I set that up, you see the background of the chart all looks dark, and the candles stands out. What I would also do is normally I'll take out this thing off this chart, this thing. But let's leave it for now, and I'll walk you through TradingView. And then when we come to editing the thing itself, the charts, we'll just take all those things out. Now, so as I was saying, you can look at TradingView from the top here. Here we have what we call the timeline, right? So we are on the day timeline, meaning that if you want to customize your timeline, you come down. This is seconds. That's the minutes. That's the hours. This is the day, week, month. So if you want to put anything you want it to show on the top, you only come in and put a star on it. So in this case, I remember us doing the 4 hour. I think the 30 minutes, the 1 day we did. So we have month, and we want the day, the 4 hour, I think, and the 1 hour and the 30 minutes. So once you've started all those things and you look at the top here, you realize that all the ones you've started are in there. If you want to just take something out, maybe you want to take the 30 minutes out, you go back and then you click your own start and it comes up there. Anyway, anyhow, imagine that you want to add some minutes. Let's say you look here, say 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But imagine you want to add 50 minutes on there, 50 minutes. When you look at the bottom here, on the drop down at the bottom here, you realize it says 1 minute and then you can add. You can also change the minutes to hours, days, weeks, months. But in this case, we said we wanted to add 50 minutes, 50 minutes. So you select the minutes at the base, you go to where the 1 is, you change it, and then you put your 50 there, and then you click on add. It's telling you it's 30. Oh God, this thing. The free version is quite difficult to use. Okay, so free version is normally quite. It doesn't allow you to change, so it gives you set. It gives you the set minutes because this is the free version. It doesn't give you room to do lots of changes, but we can live with it. Okay, so we can live with the static hours. It should be fine. All right, so that is what we are editing, or we're changing the time frames. So now, when you look at the top very carefully, you realize that the M, which is the month, it is highlighted in blue, meaning that the candlesticks on here is what the month candlestick. What does that mean? It means that any candle you see is a whole month. This candle is a whole month. So if you want to know which month actually it is, just put the cursor on it. It tells you 1st of April, which means the month of April. When you look at the one before, it says 1st of March, which means started on the 1st of March, and it's a whole month. Meaning that if you are on the time frame, any time frame you change it to, the candlesticks will represent that time frame specifically. For example, let's select the 4-hour. When we select the 4-hour, we know that every candlestick, these are the candles, any candlestick at all that we have on it would give us what we call a 4-hour. So this one is exactly 4 hours, this candlesticks, which means that I'll explain what candlesticks are with time, but I'm just trying to go back so that we know how to navigate this page. So this is 4 hours, which means it started from, what time did this start from? It started from, it doesn't give me the 4 hours thing. Let's see. It doesn't tell me when it started from. I don't know whether it's because of the couple package I'm using. Okay. All right. So that is basically the thing. Every candle that you have based on the time frame represents the number of hours or minutes it is. So let's look at this. We said 1 minute. 1 minute is meaning that every candle is it prints for 1 minute and then it moves to the next one. Prints for 1 minute, moves to the next one. Prints for 1 minute and moves to the next one. That is roughly how it is. Okay. Now, for instance, assuming that you want to, let's say, draw a line, there are tools here on the side of the chart, which I believe we went through, but I'm going to go through that quickly. So in this side, there are various tools that you can use for plotting on the chart. For example, when you go here, it says a cross. A cross, you can put it anywhere, and then when you click, where's the cross? I might not get all this drawing. I don't get that feature, and I don't understand why I'm not getting that feature. Okay, cross. I'm not getting the cross feature. I don't understand why. But these are the tools here that we have. For example, if you want to plot a trend line, meaning that you want to connect one point to the other, you can use that trend line. And I said that imagine you keep using this trend line a lot more. You can put it in your menu. Okay, so to find it in your menu, all you have to do is to start. When you start, it gets into the menu. For example, this cross, which I'm not able to work with it, I've started. So it's sitting in the menu. I'm going to take it out of the menu by clicking off the start. So for example, you go into another menu, you want to use maybe the ray, right? When you start, it comes straight into your menu. If these are tools that you keep using, you can just put it in the menu. So it's right on screen. We go down, we have other tools here, the Fibonacci, the trend-based Fibonacci, different tools that we tend to use. It's not everyone that we keep using all the time, but from time to time we use them. So you can just go, if you want those tools, you go and then you use them. And then this one is the brush, highlighter, rectangle, different tools. It's all here. You work your way. We'll send you videos that shows you how to navigate your way through TradingView. Today, what we are really going to focus on is you being able to open TradingView so that you have it ready. Then we can use it. Once you've been able to open TradingView, we'll put a YouTube video in the chat that you can watch and then know how to navigate your way through this. Sometimes the difficulty will be the fact that because you might be using the free version, it would restrict you from being able to use more of the tools like someone who uses the paid version. Okay, so now when you still look at the top, we have what we call candlesticks, and then the candlestick, we have various type of candlesticks. We have hollow candlesticks. For example, imagine I'm on the day time frame, and then being on the day time frames, imagine I want to just change the candlesticks that I'm using. I can go here and I can select any type of candlesticks. It could be bars. So you can see that my candlesticks have changed. to something like bars here, right? I can just go, because some people trade with that anyway. I can go, and this is the normal candlesticks that we use. And then this is hollow candlesticks. There are different type of candlesticks. We have a line graph that you can, some people use it. And then we have area, people use it. But we normally, we trade with the normal candlesticks, or sometimes we trade with this candlestick, which is called Heikeneishi. So that one is a smoothing. It smoothing is the price strength. But generally we'll be trading with normal candlesticks like that. Next to the candlesticks are indicators. So there are various type of indicators that would use in Tradingview. When it gets there, we'll talk about it. But let me just bring up a simple indicator that we normally would use. Something like the stochastics. Stochastics RSI. We normally would use it. So, for example, when you select it, you realize that it comes to the bottom, the indicator comes to the bottom, and we have a way of using it. Yeah, when we get to indicators, we'll showing you how we use indicators. So imagine you don't want this thing to be seen. There are ways to just turn it off. So you turn it off. It's still there, but you just taking it from visibility. And then you can let it come back. If you want to go into the settings, you can just click on this thing, the cog there, and then you can do your editing, the style that you want and everything. You can edit it. But we'll get there. We'll talk about indicators, and we'll talk about how to edit them. If you want to just close it out altogether, you exit and then it goes off. But that is indicators at the top. Go into indicators, whatever indicator you want, you can get it from there. There's another indicator that we also call, maybe let's say the TSI. That is a true strength index. If let's say you will be using it quite a lot, you can star it. And then when it comes into your indicators, you realize that it will sit in your favorites. You see favorites, it comes and it sits in your favorites. So any indicator that you would star, when you go into your indicators and in your favorites, you see it readily there. So this one is like the TSI, the true strength indicator. You can go in there. When you look at the side, you see the TSI. You can go in, edit it. We have ways of editing and ways we can use it for trading. But when it gets to indicators, we will show you how to use indicators. As I keep saying, now we're only focusing on how you can set up your trading view so that you can be able to do your analysis in the charts. Okay, let me just close this indicator and then we can continue. Now, next to indicator, I don't even know, this is like a news feed or something. I've never used that before. And then this one is alerts. So we have various type of alerts. Like if you want to set an alarm, for example, imagine we have an indicator, which is possibly, let's say the TSI or something. I'll go after go and edit the TSI in this case. Let's say we've edited the TSI. I'm going to edit the TSI just on the fly, so we can just look at a couple things. So let's say this 13, this is 12, this is probably 3. Okay. And then edit visibility. Okay. Let's edit this one to Instagram. Okay, let's say we've edited it. Imagine you want to tell this, how we call it, this, you want to set an alarm using the TSI, right? We have the TSI, and you want to tell the TSI that anytime the indicator is crossing up or it is moving up, it should just give you an alert. So for example, what you want to do is you want to create something and say, okay, when it's at the bottom and it starts going up, it should give you an alert. You can go into alerts and then you select your TSI and then you set that alert on it. And then normally you can go and manage alerts. We have a place to manage alerts. You can go and manage your alerts there. And then, so that is alerts. And then this is replay. Replay, I'm not sure if you can get it in the free version, but let's see. Yeah, you can get replay in the free. Replay is a tool that we try to use to demonstrate events which happened from a time to another time. So let's replay this. Oh, you are in a chat replay mode. Okay. So for example, if you want to replay from the 11th of March, 11th of March here, you can just go into replay mode and then you click 11th of March. So anything after the 11th of March wouldn't show. And then you can start playing. And then when you start playing, it keeps building it up. We use it for teaching and demonstration purposes. Do you understand? For example, when it comes to candlesticks and reversal patterns and extension patterns, we use the replay mode. And then we just play like that. If you want to pause it, you pause it. You know what I mean? And then you can continue when you choose to. Yeah. So I think that's that really for the replay mode. Now, when you look at the box here, this boxes can divide your screen. For example, if you've got two charts, right? If you've got two charts on this on your panel, and then you want it to show you all the two charts on the screen, you can divide it into two screens. You're going to need a bigger monitor. Okay, that's fine. You know, so you can use it to watch it. When it gets there, we'll use it. We normally use that for what we call back testing. So then you have the same this thing, but it can demonstrate itself twice. You know, we'll look at it detailedly, or I'll give you even videos that you can use for that. Now, let's say we're here, and then you want to create. Let's say you want to create a whole new chart. Like for example, once we've set up this charts, they have given us their own charts, right? But assuming that you want to create your own chart, you can go to the top where it says watch list and then create a new chart here. You see, I don't know whether it wouldn't let me. It doesn't want me. I think the free version is very difficult to use because it doesn't let you do anything. But what we are saying is, assuming it's giving you a watch list already. So let's just go and add this thing, a coin, or let's go and add this thing, a currency pair that we want. And we normally will look at crypto. So let's say BTC. And as I was saying, is when you're selecting your pair, make sure that you're selecting it on the this thing on the trading portal or on the exchange that you intend to trade in. So for example, we would trade normally on Bybit. So when we go to BTC, USDT, we want to get it from where? Bybit. So then we allow it and then we add it on. Apparently here we have another BTC, but it's on Bitstamp. We don't want that one. So we just close that one. And then let's say we want to add another one. We want to add something like Ethereum, as I was saying, USDT, but we want it on Bybit. So we select the Bybit one and then it goes there. Let's take these other ones out. So this BTC, Ethereum. So we have those two here. We can take all these other bits out. We can take all of them out. And then we keep the others. Let's take them all out. They've given you varied things to trade. Oh, sorry. I'm taking those out. BTC, USDT. So on Bybit, let's add it. And then ETH, USDT on Bybit, add it. Let's add a last one, something like Cardano, that's ADA, USDT on Bybit. And then, okay. So I've added those bits I wanted to add here. So when I go in, you can see at the top, it tells me I've selected Ethereum USDT on Bybit. You know, so then this is how we normally, because on normally we should be able to create a new watch list, but we cannot create that unless you've upgraded. But the free, we can just still keep to the free version and use that for now so that you can familiarize yourself with this whole thing. You're not thinking of pushing money into something. We need to first understand what we are doing. And once you understand what we are doing, then you can decide if you then want to upgrade it. Okay, so that is the name. This one we have a setting here. This setting is a setting for the type of candlesticks you want to see. Is this a setting for your whole thing? For example, imagine I want to change my green candles to something else. So let's look at the green candles. Imagine I want to change them to blue. You see, I can edit them because I've gone into the settings and I open the settings and I can edit them. Imagine I want to change my red candles. Uh, my red candles, where are they? Where's my red candles? Imagine I want to change my red candles to yellow. You see, so if you are funky like that, you can just decide to use different this thing. And then if you want to see the outer of the candles, so you can decide to change them to whatever you want to change them. So imagine I'm changing my outer candles to something like this color. So the blue would have the outer color. And for the red, I can change it to something else, maybe red and I don't know, red, yellow and something, maybe purple, and it changes to that. That kind of thing. If you want to go back, you just can go and then reset. I think there's a reset button. Oh, is it default? They call it. I don't know where that reset is, but we can go back to what it was originally, and then we're fine. Okay, so that is for adding coins. And then if you want to just edit the whole chart and bits on the chart, you can go here. Just go in there and play around with it. You'll be fine. I think this one, I'm not sure. This one just only expands the screen. And this is, I don't know if you want to save the chart as an image. Let's say you've created a chart, you want to share it as an image, or copy the chart as an image. Copy the link of the chart. Maybe you want to share the chart with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Those kind of things. You play around with it, you'll find. And then on this side, when you click on this side, it gives you the list that you have created. Let me tidy this bit up. Okay, it gives you the list here. When you click on this one, it gives you, I think it's news headlines. So this one's basically the major thing that we normally would use would be that and then that. That one is the alert. When you set an alarm, that gives you, excuse me, guys. When you click on alerts, you see the alert that I set on the TSI, the true strength indicator. It all comes to sit here. When you click on it, you can manage the alerts there. Now it says it's active. Imagine I just wanted to pause. I click on the pause and it's gone. If I wanted to come back, I click on it. So anytime I set in such a way that anytime the indicator is going up, it should give me an alert and tell me the indicator. And it comes on. You hear it like an alarm. It would come on. So let me just turn that off. If you want to close your alerts or you want to take it out of the list, there's an X there. You click on that X and then you can come off the alerts. That's so much for alerts. And then there are other bits here that we don't normally use, but these are like informational stuff. And then here at the bottom here, normally we use it. It's a folder. That's how we manage our folders. So when it gets there, how to manage our folders, we will know how to manage our folders with that. I think this is just a brief review of how Tradingview works. I would wish for all of you to set up Tradingview, because without setting up Tradingview, you struggle, because we'll be drawing support and resistance lines, we'll be drawing using indicators, we'll be using things like volumes and stuff like that. So we need to get those things up and running. And so I think for now, we're going to leave it here, and then I'll wait online. And then if people have questions or people are trying to set up their trading views and they have problems, they can share their screen and then I'll take them through. We'll give them the support they need. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then we will